It's Tuesday, and Tuesday on BookTube is synonymous with tags, and I've got a tag for you. This tag is the book and art tag, and it was created by Daniela at An Uncommon Reader, and I was tagged by Alyssa, aka Nerdy Nurse Reads. My name is Jim. This is my channel, books, reading, and stuff. I like art, I like books, and this shelf here are my art books. See, great paintings, Pre-Raphaelites, Vermeer, Vincent van Gogh, Hopper, and there's some other ones here, more Hopper. In this tag created by Daniela, the book prompts are connected to famous paintings. And the first famous painting is Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog by Caspar David Friedrich. And the prompt is a book that focuses or explores solitude. For this, I'll go with one of my favourite books for showing on this channel is L'étranger, The Stranger by Albert Camus. The central character of Morisot is very much alone. He doesn't connect really with other people. They condemn him because he didn't cry at his mother's funeral, and while he's on the beach, things happen. Prompt number 2, the painting is a detail of Cherubs by Raphael. It's part of a much bigger painting, and the prompt is a book with supernatural protagonists. For this I choose Chronicles of the Undead by A.F. Stewart, which is about two vampires in London in the 18th and 19th centuries who go about seducing this family over 3 generations. It's an epistolary novel like the original Dracula was, and the vampires are of course supernatural creatures. Prompt number 3, Moscow by Kandinsky is the painting, and the prompt is a book set in the future, either sci-fi or dystopian. I have the classic one for this, 1984, George Orwell, that's selling very well this year, unsurprisingly, in the circumstances. This is the story of Winston Smith, who's living in a totalitarian state sometime in the future when this was written. And there's Big Brother. Prompt number 4. The painting is The Cradle by Berthe Morisot, and the prompt is a book with a special bond between mother and daughter or son. I've gone with a strange choice for this, Beloved. The protagonist, Seth, is born as a slave and moves to Ohio, but she is haunted by the ghost of her baby, who is just nameless but laid to rest in a tombstone, and the only word on the tombstone was Beloved. Prompt number 5, The Swing by Pierre-Auguste Renoir, a book that reminds you of your childhood. Here I have the Ladybird Book of Motor Cars. This was published in 1968, and this was a prized possession when I was a child. I would look at all the cars, and this is not the original one I had, but in the original one I'd tick off when I saw the cars on the road. Not all of them would be ticked off. Things like Reliant Scimitar here is quite a rare sight. Here's a Mercedes 250 SL, the Pagoda. And my father had one of these at one time, Ford Zephyr. Prompt number 6, American Gothic by Grant Wood. The prompt, a book set in a rural area. For this, I choose The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy. The native in question is Clem Yeobright, who returns to Egdon Heath in the English countryside, and he's in love with the beautiful but capricious Eustacia Y. It's Hardy, and there's lots of wonderful characters like Diggory Venn, the Reddleman, who marks the sheep to know which sheep has mated with which other one. Prompt number 7. This is Self-Portrait of Artemisia Gentileschi. And the book prompt is a book with a female protagonist ahead of her time. For this I've gone with Virginia Woolf and her book A Room of One's Own. She talks about why women before her had trouble being writers because they didn't have the time or the space. They didn't have a room of one's own, and they didn't have a regular income, so they could write without having to go out to work or rely on a man to provide them with their money. Prompt 8 is a bonus. What's your favorite painting or art? Create a prompt to match your art with a book title. I don't have a favorite painting. There are many paintings I really like and many painters I really like, but for this I've chosen Monet's Impression Sunrise. This was painted in 1872. This is not the original. I wish it were, but no, this is not the original. It's one of the few prints I have, and my prompt for this is a book that captures a fleeting, beautiful moment in time. This inspired the term Impressionists. This was 2 years before the Great Impressionist exhibition that kicked the Impressionism movement off. And a book that captures a fleeting moment in time. Mrs. Dalloway. Tomorrow, 14th of May, marks the 100th anniversary of its publication, and this follows Mrs. Dalloway through just one day in her life, set in the interwar London and the characters she meets, and it's a very significant book. And finally, tag some people. I don't know who's done this tag already. I will tag 3 people. I will tag Angelia at Read and Reread. I'll tag Shelley Swearingham, and I will tag Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. But if you like this tag, you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you on the next video. Enjoy your reading. Bye.